specific chemical test for alkaloids. The named chemical tests for different plant constituents are repeatedly asked in competitive exams. In the previous session, we have seen general chemical tests for alkaloids. In this session, we are discussing specific chemical tests for alkaloids. General tests are positive for almost all the alkaloids. These chemical tests are positive for certain specific alkaloids only. But remember that the named reactions are only discussed here because for competitive exams, such named reactions are very important. Let's start with the Vitali morin test. Remembering chemical tests and their reagents is very difficult. You can use different tricks to remember such reactions and their reagents. Here, Vitali morin test is shown as a picture. In that picture, you can see VI is for violet, which means the end color of Vitali morin test is violet. And Vitali, T of the Vitali stands for tropane. Al of Vitali stands for alkaloid. TAL, which collectively stands for tropane alkaloid. From this, you can remember that Vitali morin test is for tropane alkaloid. You just take the word vital from Vitali morin test. Vi of vital is for violet. T of vital is for tropane. Al of vital is for alkaloid. Now, you have to remember the reagents used for Vitali morin test. For remembering that, you can take the word morin. Morin starts with M. M for methanolic KOH. Morin ends with N. N is for nitric acid. M of morin denotes methanolic KOH and N of morin denotes nitric acid. From the words vital and morin, you can remember the specific chemical test, namely Vitali morin test. Next specific chemical test for alkaloid is thalloquin test. Thalloquin test is for quinine alkaloid and quinidine alkaloid. How can we remember this? The quin of thalloquin test denotes quinine and quinidine. Quin of the word thalloquin denotes quinine and quinidine. Now, take the word quin. Quin in a emerald green dress. This helps you to remember that the end point of thalloquin test is the formation of emerald green color. You can see the picture of that quin. A quin in emerald green dress. From this picture, you can remember that if quinine and quinidine is present in the sample, thalloquin test gives emerald green color. Our next aim is to remember the reagents used for thalloquin test. Ammonia solution and bromine water are used. And how can we remember? You remember a sentence that is, I am the brother of Queen. The word Queen connect the sentence with the thalloquin test. And you have to connect the word am with ammonia and the word brother with bromine water. AM, that is am, stands for ammonia and bro of brother stands for bromine water. I am the brother of Queen. Am for ammonia solution, bro for bromine water, and Queen connect you with the thalloquin test. Next test is Murexid test. Murexid test can be remembered from this sentence, I am hypoxanthine. I am hypoxanthine. Am of the sentence is for ammonia. Am for ammonia. High is for hydrochloric acid. PO is for potassium chlorate. Hypo collectively stands for hydrochloric acid and potassium chlorate. Xanthine. Xanthine helps you to remember that Murexid test is used for identifying xanthine alkaloids or purine alkaloids. So, from a single sentence, we can remember all about Murexid test. The sentence is, I am hypoxanthine. Am for ammonia, high for hydrochloric acid, PO for potassium chlorate. These are the reagents used for Murexid test. And xanthine means Murexid test is used for identifying xanthine alkaloids or purine alkaloids. Next specific chemical test for alkaloid is Froehde test. Remembering this test is very easy. You can remember a green color Ford Sumo car. You can remember a green color Ford Sumo car. By Froehde test, green color is produced. Ford means Froehde test. Sumo, Su for sulfuric acid, Mo for molybdate salt. So, green color Ford Sumo car helps you to remember all about Froehde test. Green Ford Sumo car. Green. End point is green color. Ford Froehde test. Su of Sumo, sulfuric acid. Mo of Sumo, molybdate salt. Sulfuric acid and molybdate salt are the reagents used for Froehde test. By Froehde test, we can identify emetine and lobeline. Both emetine and lobeline are alkaloids. Emetine is present in Ipecacuanha and lobeline is present in Lobelia. Emetine from Ipecacuanha and lobeline from Lobelia can be identified by Froehde test. And finally, Van Ark test. This is another specific chemical test for alkaloid. Van Ark test is used for identifying ergot alkaloids. What is the trick? Ark and erg. Ark, URK, erg, ERG. Both pronouns similar. Ark and erg helps you to remember that Van Ark test is for identifying ergot alkaloids. Blue color is produced by Van Ark test. The reagents used are para-dimethylamino-benzaldehyde and sulfuric acid. Para-dimethylamino-benzaldehyde PDMAB and sulfuric acid H2SO4 are used for Van Ark test. Thank you.